Hey, good morning, everybody. What's going on? It's Brian at Fram's Cams, just coming on to say good morning. We have a crazy busy night here at Fram's Cams. We had an incredible sale from a woman that has bought from us before. She really wants to get into breeding again, and we've been helping her, and she knows what she's doing. Obviously, she's bred before. She got out of the game. Now she's back in the game. She bought 6 last week from me, and then she said, listen, I want to get into this. Will you help me out? Give me a little better deal if I buy 20 of them. I don't wholesale chameleons, guys, so this was not a wholesale deal. I don't wholesale anymore. I don't need to. I used to. When I first got into this, I had a couple friends that were, they're still friends, and they still ask me for cams, but I don't ever have them. I don't have enough cams anymore to wholesale. I used to, when we weren't as big and we weren't as busy. I don't even wholesale females anymore. That was something I was continuing doing, but I don't even do that anymore because you guys buy our females. So thank you guys so much for not letting me wholesale anymore. I really appreciate it, honestly, because wholesaling, to me, in my eyes, is not a good thing. And if I didn't like doing it, there's a lot of reasons I didn't like doing it. I wasn't sure if they're going into the right hands. You don't obviously get much money for them. Sometimes you're actually losing money wholesaling because wholesaling is obviously wholesale pricing, which is not great. And if you keep them 3 to 4 months and you're wholesaling, you are probably losing money, to be honest with you. With what everything's costing today, and food, and your electric bills, and caging, and all that good stuff, if you really add it up at the end of the day, it's pretty much not worth it if you're not doing a ton of them. And when I say a ton, I'm talking well over 1,000. Or you're probably not going to make all that much money at the end of the year. So wholesaling to me is something I used to have to do just because I had clutches hatching and I needed room and I needed to move some because we weren't selling as much back then. So again, I'm just throwing this out there. People, you don't need to come to me and keep asking me for wholesale because people do basically almost every day. Hey, will you give me a 10 lot of males? Mostly it's pet stores, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm not wholesaling anymore. So you don't have to reach out anymore and ask. I'm not trying to be rude. There was a couple people I used to wholesale that I did trust that were going to higher end pet stores and stuff like that, but I just don't have enough to keep in stock myself anymore. So I'm not wholesaling anymore. I figured I'd just make a video and throw it out there. I had 3 people yesterday basically begging me to wholesale. I can't anymore. I wish I could. I wish I could help some of these pet stores out and stuff, but when I wholesale, it's just not worth it for me anymore. I don't make enough money doing it. I put way too much into our cams to wholesale. I don't shortcut. I mean, I make sure these cams are getting everything they need. And when you're giving them everything they need and the right kind of food and switching their food up and doing silkworms and black soldier fly larvae and crickets and small dubias and fruit flies and bean beetles, and if you're doing it all, you can't make money wholesaling because it just costs too much to keep them up. And plus, I individually raise every single chameleon, so that's cage space. That takes that's costing me more money, obviously, because every one of these chameleons are by themselves. But I did want to, I can't believe this sale we got yesterday. This whole entire rack right now is sold. And I did not wholesale them. I did obviously give this person a better deal, but I had to explain that I'm not a wholesaler, and she had no problem giving me pretty much close to retail price because she was so happy with the cams I sold her a few weeks ago that she wanted to make sure she was getting super healthy cams because she's bought wholesale from other people and most of them didn't make it, she said, and a lot of them were sick. And so it's pretty cool for somebody like that to come to us and say, wow, your cams are really honestly superior. And we've been hearing that a lot lately, and that makes Carol and us feel really, really good because we do put a ton into this, guys. And when I say we put a ton into it, I'm talking about time and money. We really do. We put a lot of our money that we make back into this just because we want to make sure our cams are the healthiest that can possibly be before they leave here. Because I do not want to sell somebody a chameleon and them telling me something's wrong. I mean, first of all, that's not good for business. Second of all, I don't ever want to do that to someone. If it does happen, we take care of it. I can't promise that it couldn't happen. It could happen in shipping, but I can promise you when a cam leaves here, it is super healthy. It's eating great. It's pooping perfect. No eye issues, no tail issues. If there is an issue, I will honestly tell you. We did have a chameleon that I sold to somebody last week that had a little crimp in its tail, and that was because of me, because I accidentally, she bought it and I didn't see it. I shut the door and I got his tail caught in there a little bit. It had a little crimp in his tail. It was still using it great. I don't think there's going to be any issues. But I called her right away and I explained to her what happened. I said, I'd put you on another chameleon. I'll keep this one. And she was very understanding, and she still wanted that chameleon. I did discount it some, but I'm not going to send you. I'm not going to try to hide something or blame it on shipping, or we're not about that here. We're really honest people, and we want to make sure you're getting the healthiest chameleons possible. That's why we're doing this. Again, I tell people all the time, I don't need to do this to live. Our jobs do support our family. We do this because we are passionate and we do like what we're doing. Trust me, I would not be doing this if I didn't enjoy it, because some days this is a lot of work and it's overwhelming. When you're opening this many cages, especially when I'm doing silkworms, I'm going to be honest with you. When I'm feeding silkworms for the day, I get a little annoyed after probably the 40th or 50th cage I've opened and closed. And then I'm like, oh my God, I still have, right now I have 240 baby cages in here. That's a lot of opening and closing and making sure these guys are eating silkworms correctly. Because I sit there, I don't just put them in there. I kind of watch them to make sure they're eating them. I want to make sure to see how aggressive they are and how much they want their food. Because I will change it up. If they're not going to eat their silkworms right away, I will go ahead and I will put maybe some crickets in there, maybe put a couple dubia roaches, maybe put some black soldier fly larvae in there. I'm making sure these guys are eating. I know every single chameleon in here because I hand feed most of them. So that's the difference between us and other breeders, guys. We're doing it for the right reasons. We're making sure you're getting the best chameleons possible. We're making sure your chameleons are super healthy before they leave here. We have the best lineage, guys. I know so many people just talk about lineage, but we have the best lineage. There is no other cams out there for us to get that is better than what we have. I only buy from the people I trust out there. We have all the lineage for you. I could sit there and tell you about lineage, but to me, the chameleon being healthier is what we want to talk about. We can talk about lineage all you want. Every one of my chameleons, we have the lineage on every single one of these. You can see every single one of them, I have the lineage on them. You can see where I get a lot of my chameleons. Thank you, Jonathan Hill. I do buy a lot of his females. I've literally bought 20 at a time from him because I know I can trust his females. Not that I don't trust his males, I do. I just don't buy a lot of males. I've been keeping what I have. I liked what I have. I'm very happy with what my cams have produced over the last couple years. Our nosy bays, we got some wild caught stuff right now. Not wild caught, but like F1 stuff. We're really happy with what we have with our nosy bays. I don't think I want to switch that up anytime soon. I'm very careful what I breed with and who I get them from, because it's hard to trust people out there anymore. I feel like there's been people that I've had it happen to me. I've asked for a certain kind of chameleon, and you prove them out, and it's like, I don't know about this. It's happened to me. I've ordered Cap S from someone before. Not going to mention names, but it was definitely not a Cap S. I'm 100% sure it was an Ambelobi female. Those are the kind of things why I decided to just kind of hold back what I have. I know what I have now. I proved everything out enough to know that I can trust what I have in this room. And I'm just going to keep mixing it up a little bit. Like maybe I'll do some Jimmy Walker with flash females. I could do a Sam with a flash. I could do Sam with a Jimmy Walker. We got Aslan. We could do Aslan with flash females. We can do Aslan with Jimmy Walker females. We could do it with Magnus females. I mean, I can switch it up because I have enough breeders here to do that with. So that's what we're going to concentrate on for the next few years here. I will bring in some females here and there, obviously, just to change things up a little bit. But I'm hoping everybody's having a good day. Sorry this went on for so long. But this is what goes on here at Frams Cams every day. It doesn't end. It's a 7-day week for us here. We don't get a day off. You can't just say, oh, we're taking Sunday off, because that just doesn't work with live reptiles. So if you're going to get into this, guys, realize that you need a lot of time. You can't just say, I'm taking a few days off. These babies need to eat every single day. You know, if you're just having an adult, yeah, they can go 2 to 3 days, no problem. We only feed every other day with our adults. Well, hello, Rennie. Rennie is, did I scare you this morning, or are you just not having it? I know it's early. Look at him. Oh, you're cracking me up right now. You don't ever open your mouth at me. Are you mad at me? He does not like the camera sometimes. I don't think anybody understands that, but there's days where he just does not like the eyes of the camera. So I must have caught him off guard. It's okay, buddy. It's me. It's okay. See how he calms down? He's such a smart cam. I'm telling you, this cam is smart. I know people say cams don't have like feelings and they're just not smart enough, but I'm really thinking this cam does. See how he just calmed down because I'm talking to him? He knows it's me now. He's really, honestly, to me, he is a smart cam. I mean, I'm not saying I got him trained or anything, but he just knows me. He does know me. Oh, we gonna get mad again? You see, I just moved the camera down. See, he sees the eyes. So the little lenses look like eyes, and I think he hates that. All right, I'm not gonna bug you anymore. But anyways, guys, I hope everybody has a great day. If you need anything, we're always here for you, and I will talk to you soon.